All right, what's up, YouTube? Counter Punch Boxing. Okay, look, a lot of these channels out there, every time like boxing scene, anytime they put out an article, they basically parrot, mimic it, copy it, repeat it on YouTube. Well, I don't like doing that, but I do want to bring you guys the latest news, the boxing news. Okay, so I decided I'm gonna put it all in a quick video for you. Look, I got the update on Crawford, on Loma, Golovkin, Canelo, Rigo, everything, and even the Manny Pacquiao Jeff Horn fight, which I think is actually happening right now. So today is Friday, June 30th. It is about 10:19 at night, and I just got home. So I don't know, maybe the fight's over, I don't know. I mean, I purposely didn't watch it or didn't get on any kind of like social media because I don't want to know what happened. I want to watch it and give you guys my immediate reaction. But here, let's get into the news. Let me back up a little bit. Now, Jeff Horn right here, apparently he had, I don't know, like I said, right now, you guys may know more than me, but apparently he had a very hard time making weight. I mean, look, the guy is at welterweight. Like, how is he having a hard time making the division that he's currently fighting in the biggest fight of his career? I don't get it. But right here, Horn woke up at a heavy 69.9 kilos on Friday, 7 pounds overweight. I mean, what the hell? Like, a day before the biggest fight of his career, he's 7 pounds, and then now reports said that he was just completely drained. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I mean, now like I said, you got to think this is in his own country on ESPN, the biggest fight of his career. Pacquiao, his last fight was November against Vargas. We know that. Now it will be for the WBO, by the way. I'm sure you guys already know this, but I just want to repeat it in case some of you don't know it. And then, of course, Freddie Roach talking, Pacquiao wants a Broner, a Crawford, a Thurman, a Garcia. Freddie Roach, he's really eyeballing Danny Garcia, so we're going to see. But, of course, Pacquiao. We all know Pacquiao, 8-division champ, future Hall of Famer. Okay, so we'll see. Like I said, I don't know what's going on in that fight. All I know is Jeff Horn just had a really hard time making weight. Okay, now the bombshell news that I'm really excited about. Okay, you got Terrence Crawford and Loma going to ESPN. Now remember, I made a video about 3 days ago, and I told you guys, I said I really think it'll happen, and it did. Okay, right here. And look, I've always been kind of harsh on Crawford. I like him a lot. He's one of my favorites. Well, he's my favorite at 140, definitely. But I said he needs to move up. I felt like he was just too good at light welterweight. But then comes Julius Indongo, and now I'm thinking, okay, well, hold up, hit the brakes, right? He can become the undisputed middleweight champion of the blue marble planet Earth. Okay, I like that because you guys know, man, I'm all about the belts. I like the unification fights. And becoming like Gennady Golovkin, I want to see him become the undisputed champ. That's what you do. Okay, look, as a boxer, you clean out your division, you defend it, you welcome all, and then you move up, and then boom, you're in the Hall of Fame. But right here, okay, let's read it right here. Saturday, August 19th in Lincoln, Nebraska. Basically, that's when it's going to be, August 19th, Lincoln, Nebraska. Crawford, 31-0, 22 knockouts, will challenge Julius Indongo, IBO super lightweight champion. This is the fourth time only that all 4 major titles will be on the line. I mean, how awesome is that? You got all 4, the WBA, WBC, WBO, and the IBF, all 4 of them on the line. And basically, if Crawford wins, he becomes undisputed, at 140 pounds, okay? And look, I'm excited for the guy, okay? I think he can pull it off, but you never know, man. It could be an upset. You never know, okay? Now this is crazy. I'm going to run through it for you guys. This was in my group earlier. Here is my take on Loma Rigo. We're going to get in Loma and Rigo now. Okay, Rigo hasn't done anything significant since 2013. Okay, this is a fan. Okay, and I want to share this with you guys. Rigo, who wasn't known before, fighting only once a year, has lowered his stock even more since. Okay, they have been down this road before to no avail. Loma, on the other hand, has increased his stock, jumped weight, faced better fighters in the last few years. If Donaire is still Rigo's best fight to date, Loma soundly beat Walters, who also beat Donaire. You guys remember Nonito Donaire. So maybe it's time Rigo faces a new formidable opponent and reminds everyone why Loma should face him, because boxing is about what have you done lately, not what you did 3 or 4 years ago. Okay, so he's basically trying to say, you know, look, Rigo, you can't ride this Nonito Donaire shit. Like, you need to step it up. Given these events, as much as I would like to see the fight, I cannot fault Loma's team in any way for ignoring Rigo at this point. Okay, that's my current stance till Rigo gives me a reason to demand the fight. And, you know, you have to agree. You know, what has Rigondeaux done that would warrant a Loma fight? You know, I just don't. You know, I mean, look at the last fight. I mean, what kind of shit was that? Like, he knocked a dude out after the bell. And, you know, I don't care what you guys say. I mean, go back and watch it. I mean, that was a late knockout after the bell. So I agree. You know, Rigo needs to step up the competition. And right now, he is all over social media calling Loma out. The fans are attacking Loma right now, putting cherries all over his you know, his, his Twitter. Okay, now here's another fan. Okay, this is a fan criticizing Loma because I want to show you guys both sides. And we'll get to some good shit. Just let me get through this real quick. Okay, Loma is becoming the most overrated boxer in the sport. Okay, the guy loses to a rugged fighter in Salido with 12 losses, and this showed he has problems with pressure and inside tactics. Okay, people who come up with excuses about Salido's weight and the real reason he lost is because he wouldn't deal with Salido's style in the fight, and what he was doing couldn't beat the guy. He beat Gary Russell, and I gave that to him. Russell was just stepping up in competition, in my opinion, was too green in order to try to outbox Lomachenko mid-range, and still only got an SD. Basically, he didn't win by unanimous decision. Okay, after this, however, he fights C-level fighters, doesn't fight any of the other top 10 featherweights, and then doesn't rematch Gary Russell at all. He moves up and wins a belt against a flat-footed, one-dimensional Martinez. He fights Nicholas Walters, coming off a long layoff in a showcase fight, and Walters hadn't beat anybody except a too small, again, Nonito Donaire in reality. Now he has beaten a C-level puncher, Jason Sosa, and is fighting a guy coming off a loss. How is this the #1 pound for pound? Okay, now that's a strong argument, okay? I mean, that's a look. I'm gonna zoom it down real quick for you. You guys can hit pause, go back and read it. But this right here, I love Loma to death, but he's got a good argument. Okay, as this guy has a great argument about Rigo. Okay, hit pause and read it. I mean, I'll keep it here for a second. Hit pause and read it. And these are probably two of the best arguments I've seen yet. And in fact, I'm going to use some of their points that they made. I mean, a lot of them I've already had and I've thought of already. But, I mean, they make great points when you're talking about either guy, okay? Now, who is he going to fight? Now, here we go. Lomachenko, Terrence Crawford to headline live ESPN cards in August. I mean, how freaking awesome. We're talking about next month, okay? Junior lightweight world title holder Lomachenko and unified junior welterweight Terrence Crawford, two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, will defend their crowns in August live on ESPN. Awesome. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but right here, Loma will defend the 130-pound belt. Oh, shit, where'd it go? There we go. And I'm going to show you who he's fighting, okay, against Miguel Moraga, okay, a former featherweight world title challenger on August 5th, okay, and it's going to be in L.A. I'm trying to rush through, guys. Microsoft Theater. Now, let me show you who this dude is real quick. Sorry for the flipping through. Bam, right here. Now, this is what I don't like already. This is who Loma is going to be fighting. Miguel Moraga. Moraga? Yeah. 25-2, okay? He's got 21 KO, so I mean, he's got some power. 78% knockout ratio. I like that. He's enrolled in the VADA Clean Boxing program. I really like that. Okay, but look, right here, he's coming off of a loss, okay? He lost against Oscar Valdez in 2017, and also, if you remember, bam, right there. Nicholas Walters already beat this dude. So you got Loma, which beat Nicholas Walters, fighting a guy that Nicholas Walters beat by unanimous decision. He schooled him, actually. I mean, I remember the fight in 2015. Go back and watch it. It was a good fight. So, you know, what the hell? Like, now, as far as like the Salido rematch goes, now look, oh, by the way, look, this is what this is Loma's Twitter right here. I mean, people are just going crazy. You know, fight Rigo, you coward. Fight Rigo, you scary ass. I mean, quack, quack, cherries, cherries. I mean, these are people just, you know, harassing the hell out of Loma. And, you know, like I said, I don't like this fight. For Loma, I don't like the fight. I just don't. I'm not gonna. I mean, I'll make a whole video about it, but you know, right here. Now, this is what we wanted to see. Okay, Lomachenko had hoped to face former two-division title holder Orlando Salido in a rematch of Salido's split decision win against 2014. We all know what happened, but ultimately, Salido rejected the fight or the offer. You know, $720,000 in top rank. Moved on to Moraga, okay, for Lomachenko's third title defense. So, wow. I mean, you know, what a shocker, right? First of all, you think you're getting Loma Salido on HBO. Boom, you're getting some bullshit title defense on ESPN, you know? I mean, this is crazy, right? Like, you know, I don't know. But, you know, right here, they say ESPN is thrilled to bring these two new title fights to fans. Okay, I mean, yeah, it's great. You know, I love the fact that they're going to ESPN, but, you know, it's, look, these people need to learn. When it comes to boxing, it's about the competition, the opposition, you know, it's about the matchup, okay? You got to have a good matchup. And right now, I like what Bob Arum is doing. I love what he's doing, but we don't need a Pacquiao horn, okay? A fucking Loma Miguel Moraga. We don't need that, okay? I mean, the only decent fight right now that will be on ESPN, in my opinion, will be a Terrence Crawford, Julius Indongo, okay? That's the only good one that I see. Now, right here, another good fight that I really want to get into, Adrian Broner, Mikey Garcia. I'll make a whole video about that. But look, but quickly to go over, you know, you guys are asking me about Canelo, you know, why I think that right now I've got it dead even. I'm not picking Canelo or Golovkin. Right now I've got it a draw. I haven't made my prediction yet. But remember, Canelo, okay, he guaranteed a knockout, all right? I gave you the 5 reasons I think Canelo beats Gennady Golovkin, and also did a 5 reasons that Golovkin beats Canelo. Go back in the channel and check it out. Number 1, I said his weight. Canelo's going to come in 170, 180. He's going to come in, you know, basically a super middleweight. We said we want to see Gennady Golovkin fight, you know, above middleweight. Here you go. He already did it with Danny Jacobs, but now he's doing it again with Canelo. Okay, but will that weight slow him down? Will it work against him? I don't know. Okay, Canelo, he's the A side, the favorite, right? I'm going to quickly run through it, 10 seconds on each bullet point. The judges, the referees, okay, the establishment will be working against Gennady Golovkin, okay? That's what I mean. Youth, age, work rate, that is the most important thing, okay? You know, is Golovkin getting old? I mean, was he luring Canelo in the Jacobs fight, or is he getting old, okay? Canelo, I mean, we know he's capable of a high work rate. So I think, like I said, whoever lets their hands go, they will be victorious. I don't even think the judges necessarily care about clean, effective punching. You got effective aggression, landed punches, defense, ring generalship. I mean, these are what judges look for. But I think in this particular fight, they want to see gloves flying. They want to see someone let their hands go. So I think the work rate is going to be the deciding factor in the fight. And of course, I said defense, okay? You know, I think Canelo, I think his defense has dramatically improved, okay? And Golovkin, he's really more he's there to trade. I mean, he's used to letting these guys hit him, you know, give one, take two, or take two to give one, that kind of thing. So defense, age, youth, work rate. All right. A side, the favorite, Canelo. And the weight, he's going to be huge. He's going to be huge, and he's going to be huge, and he's going to be fast, and he's going to be sharp on fight night. Okay, so, but, you know, I'll go over why I think Golovkin beats Canelo next time. I don't want to make the video too long, but I'll leave it at that, guys. I wanted to keep it under 10 minutes, but it's just so much to go through. So kind of a recap. Okay, you got Crawford, Julius Ndongo for the unification at light welterweight. I mean, how freaking awesome is that, right? You got Mikey Garcia and Adrian Broner coming up on Showtime, non-pay-per-view. Now, look, had that been HBO, that'd be pay-per-view all over it, okay? So, you know, shout out to Showtime for that. I mean, they're just completely shredding HBO right now. What, 17 title fights? I think 4 or 5 unification fights. I mean, you know, you got the Danny Garcia, the Keith Thurman. You know, now you got the Mikey Garcia and Broner. I mean, they're just doing a great job over there. So a round of fucking applause for Showtime. And, of course, Loma, you know, not taking the Salido fight, but Salido turned it down. You know, I mean, the dude was offered nearly $1 million. I mean, what more does this guy want? What does he have, like 12 losses right now? Like, what more does he want? You know, so, you know, I don't think it's kind of low. But considering that Loma, he doesn't get a whole lot more. Loma gets like 1.5 million, you know. So what, Salido, he's not cool with, you know, 800,000, you know, plus, and I'm sure he'd make a little more bonuses, gates, whatever. I'm not sure how they worked it, but you know, he'd walk away with damn near $1 million. So why wouldn't Salido take the fight, you know? You know, and maybe they put together, you know, the other fight, the third title defense, because they didn't really have another option for Loma. I mean, that could be that. You know, here's Bob Arum. He's got, you know, telling these guys at ESPN, like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to bring you Loma, but I don't have a fight. So maybe they had to throw something together. I mean, that's what I think. I think they had to throw that shit together because, you know, it's kind of like a Gennady Golovkin, Dominic Wade. Okay, yes, it's your Mando, it's a title defense, great. Okay, but we don't want to see that shit. So, but look, I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, I'm going to go and look for the Pacquiao-Jeff Horn fight. And like I said, Jeff Horn, man, he's looking drained, looking thin. So, you know, I don't know what happened. My prediction was I had Manny by a unanimous decision and possibly a TKO or a knockout. Manny hasn't had one since 2009 against Miguel Cotto. And then, of course, a devastating knockout against Ricky Hatton. So I'm going to leave it at that. Like, share, you know, sub if you want. I would appreciate it. And as always, I will be back with another one.